What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Serie career mode. It is episode number 9, returns today on the back of the season opener, the win against Bologna on match day 1, and 4 new signings coming in. But I hesitated there, because for those who didn't watch it, we had to re-sign one of our current players. Yeah, Simone Profundi somehow got stolen by Freiburg, so we had to buy him back for 4.4 mil, but he has technically returned, I guess. Matteo Peratti coming in from relegated Cagliari, Pongracic from relegated Lecce, and Lorenzo Luca returning on a permanent deal. Today, loads more games in the Serie A, aiming to build on the open day victory. We'll have the remainder of the window as well as deadline day. And whether we make a signing or not, I'm not too sure. Only €3.75 million remaining. I don't think we'll be able to sign anyone with that sort of money. Goodness gracious, but after the debut clean sheet, the loan deals continue. Fatos Gashi has had 3 loan offers now and a permanent transfer offer from Villarreal too. There's no doubt about it. Teams are sniffing around the Gash. And I'm saying, no, leave it alone. He's staying with me. So, yeah, deadline day is here. And there's 10 hours to work with. Again, basically no money at all. And to us, no one will want to sell either. We've not got much depth in this team right now. I don't think we could afford to sell any players in terms of depth. I mean, Christensen's still down with the ACL. If we were to get a couple of injuries, for example, we'd be really scraping the bottom of the barrel just to make a bench, really. So, with that being the case, no one's going on deadline day. What I might do, possibly, is go after one of my targets in the shortlist, available on quite a cheap deal. Don't really know anything about him, but relegated last year with Lecce, Joseph Ndukidi. 6'2", 19 years old, 71 stamina, technically comfortable on the ball, and possibly could play as an RCB or maybe as an RM as a backup for Festi, as we no longer have one. For around €2 million, it's not worth the gamble. Yeah, be honest, don't really know anything about this guy, but relegated last season with Lecce, which means they shouldn't be able to hold us to ransom. Should be able to get him for slightly under valuation, I would say. Maybe €1.75 million to €2 million possibly. Well, they want a 2% sell-on clause, but when that's the case, when the club doesn't ask for more money, just a little sell-on clause, oftentimes they'll just accept a bid if you remove the sell-on clause and offer the same amount of money. Tension bar's barely filled up, and okay, they might want a little bit more, but it's only a tiny amount more. We'll meet in the middle, €1.8 million, and Joseph is coming in and back to the Serie as well. Don't really know much about him, but for that sort of money, it's such a low risk. Might as well bring him with just a squad. Yeah, something tells me this guy is not going to set the world alight. But to be honest, on this sort of money, it's an incredibly low risk transfer. So I'm more than happy to bring him in. Yeah, welcome back to the Serie and to the Blue Energy Stadium. Know nothing about this guy really, but even so, it is Joseph Ndukidi. Yep, 19 years old. Doesn't seem as though he's got any major potential, but yeah, it's such a low-risk signing. It just adds a little bit of depth to the team as well. And again, I would say possibly to me could play as a right-sided player for us. As a backup for Festi, and I think that's where we'll probably get a little bit more game time. So that's what I'm going to do. The crossing's not great, but defensively he's alright. He's got a little bit of stamina and a little bit of pace as well. A new backup for Festi? I'll take it. And that's it, we are done for... Whoa, you see there in the top right, Darwin Nunez going to Napoli for 92.9 mil. Lazio want to take Lovric. Now, I'm not against this, to be fair. This will give us a bit of money to play with if we want to reinvest in the final hours of deadline day. I do like him, though. I really do. We've got Xhaka as well in the back line, who's Slovenia. We just started scouting Slovenia. I'm not against it, though. I don't know what his ceiling is at 26. I'm not against it. Thing is, though, and I often say this, if you don't have a replacement lined up on deadline day, I think it's always a gamble to sell a player when the money you're going to get for that player isn't going to give you the freedom to sign whoever you want. I mean, really, who could we get to replace him? He's a really handy midfielder. I gave a lot of game to last season, and I will this year as well. But there's no one I've got listed right now that I could bring in to replace him. Zielinski, who I'd like to bring back as an Udinese Academy grad, is just far too expensive. I'm not sure we'd have enough money to bring in Actor Koglu from the relegated Cagliari, who I have been considering bringing in. So with that being the case, I'm going to say to Lazio, listen, if you would have came in around, mid-August or early August, yeah, I probably would have negotiated, but right now it's deadline day. We've got 9 hours in the window. It's not enough time for me to scout someone else to bring in to replace him. So come back in January. We'll consider it then when there's more time, but for now, not worth the gamble. And this is very interesting. Coventry City want to take our backup goalkeeper, Maduka Okoye, and they've included Casey Palmer as part of the swap deal as well. Obviously, now that Silvestri's gone, we've only got the 2 goalkeepers here. One of them is a teenage talent in the Gash. and I don't really want to lose the better of the two anyway. He's obviously now Nigerian's #1, taken after the long-serving Enyema that's now retired. And yeah, I'm just going to keep him as the backup. Why not? Why not? Just in case the gash isn't cutting it, I need someone that's good enough to, replace him with. And now Napoli want Querfeld, who came in January as well. All the bids coming in on deadline day. Guys, where were you? Like, seriously, you had all this time in the window to submit transfer offers, and now they're coming in on deadline day. Now, Leopold came in last January, and he did all right. And I do like him as part of our back three as well. With the Christensen ACL, Napoli, if you come back in January, we'll consider it then. But he's still got 4 years left on his deal after signing during the winter window. So, no, not now. I ain't got a replacement lined up, so no. Wait until January, and then we'll consider it. Oh my goodness, guys, seriously, guys, I just said we had all this time. Festi's just signed a new contract anyway, so he's definitely going. I'm blocking the off, he's going nowhere. Guys, you had all these weeks and you wait until the final 10 hours of deadline day. That's incredible. Do you know what that's like? It's like having the entire month of December to do your Christmas shopping and you wait until Christmas Eve. What are you expecting, guys, honestly? Enzo Ibosse wanted by Sassuolo. I'm not against selling him at some point, the Cameroonian 4th/5th choice here. But again, it's the timing of the issue right now. If you would have came in midway through August, then sure. But now I ain't got enough time to look for a replacement. So deadline day is over. Wow, you see the top deals there. Goodness gracious. Clear out at the San Siro. Just won the championship and now they're rebuilding. They're putting a Jerry Krause, or trying to. Nicolo Barella to RB Leipzig, 137.1 mil. Glad I got to face him again. Darwin Nunez to Napoli. We'll have to deal with him. And Shalanolu leaves to Manchester United for £80.5 million. Wow, big departures there from Inter Milan. Is there going to be a change of the championship this year? So, first 3 scouting updates. Let's see what we got. Well, Italy could be off to quite a good start here, I must say. Lots of players in the same sort of potential ranges, and most of which are going to continue to be scouted. Not making the academy. We'll keep our eyes on these 4 for another month. And from Austria, Fuchs isn't going to make it. Baumgartner isn't either. Neither is that Fuchs. This Fischer could be alright. But he's the only one we'll continue the scouting on just for now. And as for Slovenia, well, there's a couple here that could be very good. Don't want to jinx it. But Lodge Novak could be very... Oh my goodness, 3.2 million market valuation. I'm putting him straight in the academy right now. And there's another one there at the bottom, Oman. Oh my goodness. 4.3 million. That might be the highest market valuation I have ever seen on the youth player. Put him straight in the academy. I want to take a look at those Slovenians right now, I must say. This is why I kept Lovric as a mentor for the youngsters. Goodness gracious. 70 rated right from the jump. As a right winger, problem is he's not got any defensive ability, and we need that for our players on the flanks. But oh my word, he could be very, very good indeed, as could Novak. And we'll continue scouting on De Luca and Carrasco for now. I'll continue looking at De Luca and Carrasco for now. They're still in the academy. Right, let's go. First of around 8 games today. It is Roma away at the Stadio Olimpico in our first away day of the season. Last year, these guys won the Conference League, and this year, we're aiming to qualify for that competition. Let's start off with back-to-back wins in our first away day. Forza Udinese. Got to take it in stages. Like, don't get me wrong, we want to be in the Champions League at some point, but I don't think there's much chance of us having an outside shot for the top 4. I mean, then again, not many people would have thought Bologna could pull that off last season in real life. You never know, but I don't think we're there yet. I really, really don't. As Paulo Dybala says, you're definitely not. We won it last season, and you'll be lucky you're playing in the Conference League, guys. Never mind the Champions League. Paulo Dybala with the opener. We'll do well to finish in 7th place, really. I mean, this is such a competitive division. It's one of the reasons why I love watching the Serie A. Like, as an Englishman, obviously the Premier League is my top league to follow outside the Championship for obvious reasons. But the Serie A is such a fun league to watch. Like, sometimes it'll be like Saturday evening, there's a game on. And again, it might be like a Bologna versus Udinese, for example. It's such a fun game to watch because it's just so competitive as a division, you know. There's lots of great teams outside the European sides, but this team, who last year again won the Conference League in the save, have gone 2-0 up and just taught us a very harsh lesson. Great win on match day 1, but guys, don't get cocky. You got a long way to go. It's going to be free. It's going to be free. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. I don't even want to watch the celebration. This is, oh wow. I mean, honestly, like, we're on the end of some spankings last year. Like, seriously, we had like a 5-0 loss to Torino. We lost 4-0 against Sol. I can't remember who it was, but this is embarrassing. First away there of the season. How do we build on that 2-0 win against Bologna? We get thumped by Roma. This is embarrassing. It could be even more. We've still got 33 minutes to play. Let's get a consolation. Just something positive. If you can't get the points, just get something positive. Lorenzo holds it up, and there's Samardzic. He tries to get around Pellegrini, and does. See Profundi. Wonderful touch there. And gets away. And gets a shot away too. Oh, wonderful. 2 in 2. And he's directly contributed to all 3 of our goals this season. Got the assist for our first goal of the year. Then scored our second in the win against Bologna. And now he's got his second in 2 games against Roma. I can see why Freiburg wanted to steal him so badly. He's an absolute gem, this kid, honestly. Oh dear, with the defence, absolutely woeful. Never mind getting a goal, tighten up, honestly. Paulo Dybala's ran rings around me tonight. I often say it, sometimes when you've had a really, really bad loss, there's not a lot you can learn from it. So when that's the case, just move straight past it. Just put it to the back of your mind and move straight past it. 4-1 loss in our first away day of the season. Move straight past it. And as we turn down another bid for Lovric, guys, we'll consider this in January, but on the back of a massacre like that, the last thing I want to do is talk transfers. I want to respond on the pitch instead. Following game, back over to Blue Energy Stadium, and if we are to be a top 7 team, got to win our home games, including this one. Genoa in Udine. Forza Udinese. To be fair to the Gash as well, I mean, yeah, we might have conceded 4 goals, but it's not like he was at fault for any of them. As Brenner drills in the opener. And Udinese go in front 22 minutes in. First of the season for last year's top scorer. Big decision who starts, either he and Lorenzo. But at the moment it's Brenner who's been the better striker since the series began. That's why Lorenzo sits on the bench. Yeah, I really like Brenner, man, as Morten Frenderud cuts it back, and it should be 1-1. No! Good save by the Gash, and this is why I didn't hook him. Yeah, he shipped 4 goals in Rome, but, I mean, Dybala was as clinical as it gets, and it's not like he was at fault for any of the goals either. It'll be a knee-jerk reaction to drop the kid, when there wasn't really much he could have done about it anyway. Good save there, keeps it at 1-0, as he goes for back-to-back home clean sheets, as Udinese still have the lead. Brenner go right. Now opens up some space down his left-hand side for Simone to run into. Steps back in field. 1-2 with Zamora. Profundi. Brenner just couldn't pull the trigger. Certainly more goals this afternoon, though, no doubt. Genoa finding some holes in our back line here. And the Gash once again with the save and kept in play by Xhaka, who you might have noticed is wearing the armband with Roberto on the bench right now. I said last season he's one of our best players. Go on, Brenner. Oh, there. Oh, Brenner, what a finish. I don't know what noise that was, but Brenner with his second in half. Great save in one in by the kid. And the Brazilian doubles up at the other end. Once again, trying to beat Xhaka, and does. And, oh, that's really well done. Oh, Gashi, once again. Once again. The 17-year-old. Brilliant display. And that's exactly what having someone put their faith in you can do, man. Seriously. We said to the kid, don't worry about it, son. You shipped 4 goals away in Rome. He was in tears when Dybala was getting the match ball. I said, bro, don't worry. I believe in you. I do. And when someone has confidence in you, oh, it does the world of good to your own confidence. He's been sensational, as Lovric almost got our third. When I told Gashi his brother was going out on loan, he expected the same to be told to him. Instead, nope, I'm giving you the #1 jersey and you're taking Silvestri's place between the sticks. I believe in the kid, and he was sublime in that game, as was Brenner at the other end. 2-0 win against Genoa. Blue Energy Stadium needs to be a fortress if we are to finish in the top 7. Back-to-back wins, perfect start. I'm not usually one to big myself up, but I think I could really have made an impact against Genoa. Maduka, son, we literally just kept a clean sheet, and the 17-year-old that started was fantastic. Bruv, come on, team first, yeah? That's not the sort of mentality I want in this team. It was brilliant there, Fatos. Absolutely brilliant. 2 clean sheets in 3. And yeah, he's obviously got a long way to go at 67 overall, but I'll keep your eyes on his bro out on loan. But again, this is why I said before, like, I really do feel so loaning your young players out is the right thing to do. They have a really quick spurt in terms of growth quickly at the start of the season. So you know, György has grown 4 ratings already, whereas Fatos has only gone up by 1. He might only grow 4 ratings in the entire season. That's why I truly do believe that loaning players out is probably the right thing to do. They might be getting the first team football, they might be playing well, they might be playing at a high level, but it doesn't seem to matter to EA. They've got to revamp the rating system and the growth system as well, I should say. Right, following game, Atalanta away in Bergamo. Big one here. First away day, 4-1 loss in Rome. Let's try and do a little bit better here, yeah? Forza Udinese. Last season we had 11 wins in 38 Serie A games. So it's already started with 2 in our first 3 games. Brilliant beginning, but we're gonna have to get some wins away from home. Now, don't get me wrong, the Blue Age Stadium needs to be a fortress, but we're gonna have to win some of our away days. Duvan Zapata, who tore me apart last season in one of our games against Atalanta, opens to scoring 6 minutes in. Yeah, not travelling well to start this season off. We need to stop that at some point. I mean, to be fair, just playing devil's advocate here, but if we won every single one of our home games and lost every single one of our away days. Yes, good save, Gashi, and take that. There we go, son. I mean, 19 wins. 19 wins. That is 57 points. How's my maths there, guys? And that'll be enough for Europe. So, I mean, it's not going to happen, don't get me wrong. So I don't know why I'm talking about it, but still, that's the importance of having a fortress at home, you know. The boss down the left to Zamora. Slow it down here, back in field to Alexander. There we go, that's fine, that's fine. 11 to go before the break. Still down by 1. Still in this. There's Prati crossfields to Ibosse. Yet to get our first chance, but based on the goals that Brenner scored in the last game and how good Buffundis looked early doors, as Pras finds a pocket of space to let fly from range, Carnesecchi. It's a comfortable set. Oh, it's got to be. Yes, Buffundis. What a start for Simone. 3 goals in his first 4 games. He's off to a flyer. Ataber with the throw. Headed away by Querfeld. And Buffundis gets it over his head. And Simone, who's been sensational early doors this season, to Ebosele. Now Brenner, who scored 2 in the last game. And Udinese are looking to flip the script. Festi! Oh, puts it wide. Coat minus to Deren. As Atalanta look to restore their lead late. And this will be cruel because we've actually played quite well out there today. Atalanta looking to restore that lead. Here's Zapata who scored the first. Saved by the Gash, who once again has played really well out there. And that's why, again, ship 4 in Rome. Didn't read too much into it. Oh, and that was a great chance there. Pink shirts forward, just couldn't play the pass through. 6 to go though. If we see this out, I'll be happy with this. We've played alright out there. Gash has made a couple of good saves. And this will be a good point for us. I'll take this result. Very solid point. If we can hold on, that is. Coat Miners through the gap. Oh, it's turned in by Lookman. 2 minutes to go. And Anamola Lookman has won it late. I thought it was offside initially. Flag stays down. And we've lost it with 2 minutes on the clock. Cruel defeat in Bergamo. This so unlucky. But again, when you've done some good things and just been unlucky, don't beat yourself up about it, man. Just take those positives and move on to the next one. Following game, back home, newly promoted Sampdoria as Andrea Pirlo's side are in town. Forza Udinese. I love how Sampdoria have both Patjim Kasami and Fabio Barini in their team. And I'm not going to call them streets won't forget players, but... Oh, he didn't need to wait long. They are players that Premier League watchers will remember the name of. Patjim Kasami just for 1 goal. He scored one of the great Premier League goals in the modern era and then just dipped. But speaking of goals, Xhaka's at it again. He's wearing the armband this season, but he's still doing what he did all throughout last year. Cheat code on corners. I tell you, man, if you need a goal, just float the ball into him and he'll go for it. He'll win it and he'll score it. Udinese in front. No one surprised that Xhaka's already got one from a corner. Go on, Xhaka. Go on, son. Yeah, well in. Man, he's brilliant, honestly. I love him. He's so good in this back line, man, I'm telling you. Never mind Air Jordan, it's Air Xhaka. Luca, Ebosele, quick 1-2. Ah, I should have kept going. Down. They called my bluff there. But there's Xhaka again. Go on, Xhaka. Oh, rocket! Welcome back, Lorenzo! first since returning permanently for the giant Udinese 2-0 up Blue Angel Stadium. We're going to win every game here this season, I think. I think it's a bit too early to get too excited, but I couldn't have asked for a better start at home this year. 3 straight wins, 100% home record at Blue Angel Stadium, and 3 clean sheet as well. Fantastic, perfect beginning in Udine this year. But the key is going to be keeping this up. It's only 3 home games of 19 this year. It's a long way to go. Keep your feet on the ground. And just before our midweek game against Juventus in Turin, 3 more scouting updates. Where from Italy, one of these players is gone. But the amount of goalkeepers I'm finding in this year's FC is crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Another good one here. We'll keep our eyes on these 3 for now. Oh, from Austria, there's a lad at the bottom there, Michael Frank, who could be... it's a tease. Not quite as good. We'll continue scouting Fisher for now. And from Slovenia, 4 players we'll continue the scouting on. Another Novak, who looks very good indeed. And a couple more players who could be really, really talented. So right now the academy with the 4 players in there. Yeah, the Slovenian boys looking the best here. Oman and Novak looking incredibly, incredibly good. Though to be fair to Carrasco, I didn't think this guy was going to be very good, but actually looks pretty solid. Looks pretty solid indeed. There's a good box-to-box through the middle. But it's a shame with Oman. What I might try and do, can I possibly try and convert him to striker? Because he's got good shot power and long shots, to be fair. That'll take a long time. Yeah, the problem is with us, like we've already got Pafundi, one of the Gash bros out on loans. He's not going to get a chance or a looking at AM. And I can't really have him on the wing with that poor defending. So don't really know what to do about this guy, to be honest. Moving on, let's see if we can pick up our first away day points here following game. Juventus away in Turin for Udinese. Quite felt to Xhaka. Taking off the armband in this game with Roberto back in. So he's going to take him when Roberto's not in the team. He's now our vice captain. But Roberto's still club captain until he hangs him up or leaves us. And I always encourage you guys to do that as well. Like, you know who your captain is, but assign a vice captain, because your captain probably isn't going to start every single game. He might start most, but not every game. So assign yourself a vice captain so you know who wears it when he's out of the team. As Vlahovic plays a brilliant through ball. That's an amazing through ball. And Malik drills it into the bottom corner. Gashi got down low, but he couldn't get low enough. Into the bottom corner, but what a flick by Vlahovic. Free kick for Udinese. And I'm getting flashbacks to last season when, of course, we scored from around here. Gashi's going to take it. Floats one in. It's a decent delivery as well. And headed on. Oh, he's done it again. He's done it again. 2-2. For the cheat code, Xhaka heads in his second in as many games, and it's an assist, a goalkeeper assist for the cash as well. Brought him forward for the free kicks, and I just said, aim for the Slovenian, because you know he's going to get up for it. He does, and in the end, Brand didn't even bother going for the header because he knew he was going to lose the aerial duel. Udinese back on level terms. Assist for the 17-year-old shot stopper, and Xhaka, the vice captain, gets his second in 2. Right, let's hold on to this now. Let's get our first away day point of the season here. Love a goalkeeper assist, mate. Love it as he was caught in 2 minds there whether to come for the chip or leave it. In the end, he opts for the latter, and Mikel Merino said, if you don't come, I will, and nods it past the Gash and into the back of the net. Juve back in front instantly. Damn, come on. Golden chance to claim a priceless point in Turin. And that level scoreline has gone almost instantly. I say some really good games today though. Really fun games to play. And I say this often, but to me the mark of a good game is when you can have fun even when you're not winning. And I certainly am right now, and I have been throughout FC as well. It's what's made it such an enjoyable game for me. Even when I'm not winning, I'm still really enjoying playing the games. Wallace giving space to left right. Oh, shot deflected. Chesney parries it, and Serie got a shot away, but the pole is there to pounce on the rebound. Still down by 1. Can we find a late leveller? Unfortunately, just haven't been able to find that late leveller, and instead Juve are going to go 3-1 up with the final kick of the game. Dusan Vlahovic has been sensational tonight, and he's got the third. Game over, and the record continues. We've won all of our home games. We've lost all of our away days. Yeah, it turns out what I said earlier, that tongue-in-cheek comment about losing every away game this season and winning every home game, is actually genuine quite possible right now. And after the game, as we see that Joseph, who we signed on deadline day, can now become an official RM. Again, at this stage of his career, really we could play the guy practically anywhere. So just having as a backup now for Festi is handy, as we didn't have one prior to this. And again, I think with his stats, he could definitely do that role. So there we go. Right, following game, we'll do 2 or 3 more today. I'd like to finish on Como, if possible. We'll return back home for this one here. Fiorentina at the Blue Angel Stadium. So far, 3 straight wins at home, 3 straight losses away. So I think there's a genuine chance we'll drop points at some point here at home. But hopefully not in this one. Forza Udinese, let's keep the 100% start of the Blue Angel Stadium going this season. Xhaka with the Player of the Month award as well. First of the save, you love to see it. I often say there's like milestones in an RTG that you can hit, some minor, some major, and I always like as a minor milestone, you know, the first time one of your players wins Player of the Month, and Xhaka deserving after 2 in 2, helping us get 3 clean sheets in a row at home as well, but nothing you can do about that, and Zola drills it past Gashi, and like I said pre-game, this might be the first game at home this season we slip up in. Fiorentina in front 5 minutes in. There's a long way to go. Let's not panic. Let's not panic here. Oh, it's a great ball. He's onside there, Lorenzo. Onside. Yes! Second of the season for Lorenzo. Back-to-back goals at home. And the level of 15 minutes in. I've said this before, but like one of the silver linings, if you will, to conceding early is that you might have stumbled out of the blocks, yes, but the clock is your friend at that point. There's so long to go. Barely any time has come off the clock. So it's almost like you're still playing with a full 90. I mean, you're not. You're playing with, 85, 86, 84, 83 minutes. But even so, it's not that much of a blow if you concede early. Plenty of time to get straight back on level terms. 1-1. And now let's tighten up defensively here. Don't want to go behind. Oh, straight away. And I think the Gash has got to do better there. He's blown hot and cold so far this season. And Bala and Zola doubles up. I think he probably should have got to that one there. Gashi wasn't right in the corner. Very little power on it. But, to be fair. And Zola. Oh, no. Oh, Gashi. Listen, I can defend you for maybe the first goal Zola scored. Possibly for the second at a stretch, but not for that. You've got to get gloves on that one, son. Dear, oh dear. He's a young goalkeeper. He's going to make errors. He's made a good save there, to be fair, to redeem himself slightly. But that's how you do it, kid. Best way to learn this is learn it young and learn it through experience. You've made some mistakes. You've made some errors. Okay, all right. Go and put it right next time you're asked to. Great save there. And again, that's better. See? Actions, not words. To be fair, my defense has been pretty shocking in this game, so it's not exactly helping the kid, is it? Let's be honest. As Simone tries to get away. Had a red-hot start. Went a bit quiet. Now he's back on the score sheet. Wonderful finish. 3-2. What a game. Grefeld to Samardzic. Ebosele. Lorenzo. Luca denied by Teresiano at the near post. 23 minutes to go. Still no reason why we couldn't come back from 2 goals down to claim a point there. Well, you know this guy's a cheat code on corners, so you've got to aim from every single time. Xhaka's done it again! The cheat code! 3 goals in as many games. He just doesn't lose an aerial duel. And the crowd is really into this now. Udinese coming back from 2 goals down to level it. The question is, can we tighten up defensively? Xhaka makes a tackle, but it's not enough. It drops to Serie. It's 4-3. What a game. Straight from kickoff, Fiorentina back in front. My apologies, that's not Maurizio Sarri. That's Sabiri, who's just fired in what will prove to be the game winner. As Fiorentina might even get a late one here as well, and almost did as well. Fired wide, but that would do it. What a game. 7-goal thriller. And unfortunately, despite the great comeback, we end up with a loss. That's the 2nd hat-trick scored against us already this season as well. But most crucially, first points dropped at home. Let's do one more and we'll end on that. Milan away at the San Siro. Yep, let's do one more. Our final game today, AC Milan away at the San Siro, who of course lost the title on the final day. This time they'll be aiming to not make the same mistake. Just our first home loss, now let's get our first away win. Forza Udinese. So not a great game so far. 2 minutes after the restart. But hey, listen, I'll take this. I will take this. Point and clean sheet away at the San Siro for our first away day points. I'll have this. And yeah, haven't really been able to cause Milan any problems. Defence standing strong. It is, to be fair, a brilliant defence. You've got the English boys, Kieran Trippier in for Caio Tomori, Fia Hernandez there as well. And Benacer just in front, protecting the back line. Oh, wonderful move that. And Charles de Ketelaere gives Milan the lead. 54 minutes in, quiet game. And the Belgian sparks it into life. Milan in front. Nice little ball inside. Okafor, De Ketelaere. Bags his brace, and in 19 minutes we've gone from tied at 0-0 and down by 2. Well, I don't like to end on a loss. And I especially don't like to end on back-to-back losses. So it's going to be a long episode today. I'm playing that Como game after this one as well. I'm not ending on back-to-back defeats. Don't let it become free. Don't let it become free. Yeah, I'm certainly not ending on this. Absolutely not. 7 goals conceded in 2 games and back-to-back losses. Yeah, we're ending on Como. Whether we win that game or not, I'm not ending on a performance like this. Absolutely shambolic display. Defensively this season, and granted, don't get me wrong, we've got a 17-year-old in goal, but even so, we've been woeful. Can't blame the goalkeeper for all the goals. My defence has been so poor. Yeah, final game today, regardless of what happens, but on the back of back-to-back losses and back home, on the back of an international break, let's get back to winning ways. That's a lot of backs. Como at home, our final one today. Forza Udinese. Come on, don't go a goal down early. Oh my goodness gracious me. It's one of those things where it's like, and I've mentioned this before, like I feel as though location is like so important. And for a team, you know, like Como, what a place for a professional player to go and play their football, earning stacks, absolute mega money, and living in Como. It's perfect, you know. And that's why for me, like, if I had the money, like if I was an investor, I wouldn't worry about looking at teams that are already established or whatever. I'd think about teams that are smaller, but play in a great location. Because that's where the footballers would want to go and play their football, you know. Cesc Fabregas has the right idea now, being a part owner with Como. Anyway, still down by 1 here. And this would be a shambolic way to... I said we're ending on this game regardless, but I don't want to end on 3 straight losses. Come on. Awful start. Absolutely awful. Don't get me wrong, Como have had a decent start for a newly promoted side, but even so, this is embarrassing no matter how you look at it. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Luca. Dispossession. Play advantage. Ref, play advantage. It wasn't even going to be a foul, but still, we're playing on anyway. Bufundi out wide to Ebosele. Man in the middle is Samardzic. And keep going, Festi. Keep going, because we know you've got to pay some. Perfectly timed. Great save, but the rebound turned in. Bufundi with the leveller. And that's his 4th of the season already. Off to a flyer. Sorry, it's 5 goals for Simone Bufundi. 5 goals in 7 games. What a start for the wonder kid, man. You can see why Freiburg tried to rob him like the crown jewels, because he is a jewel indeed. Right now, looking unplayable, undroppable, and unstoppable. Lorenzo, what a ball. Ebosele runs onto it. Festi! 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 Ebosele! Udinese come from behind to lead, and it's our Irish winger who puts us in front for the first time. It was a big ask from the board in pre-season, telling us we needed to qualify for Europe for next year, and I said if we were going to do that, we needed to make the Blue Energy Stadium a fortress. We might have lost to Fiorentina in a 7-goal thriller, but 4 wins in 5 has been a fantastic start in Udine. Just don't look at our way form. But that'll do it for today's episode of the Serie A Cremo, guys. So big thank you for watching. We hope you have enjoyed. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with more scouting updates and big games in the Serie A as well, as we try and get our first points on the road this season and get back into the top 10. Have a fantastic day. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.